Alright guys, welcome back to a quick bonus here. And again, this is a straight Studio render, no post-work whatsoever, no Photoshop magic, nothing. Just straight from the Studio array. Now, what you can do is play with, when you're designing your render, you can, play with body parts. For instance, if I lower the camera too much, we lose the rear end a little bit, right? So if we, in this case, increase the height of the camera, we see the rear of her. And now we can zoom out to either capture her entire essence, and by the way, I just said that you wanna keep her on the right side when she's looking to the left. Well, with these kind of cool renders, you can actually sometimes do the vice versa. Just be playful. And as I said, this is how cool it is, right? Again, I have to save this for a promo render because it looks kick-ass. This is how easy it is. This is how easy I want it for you to be. Just feel the fun. Okay. So another thing you can do is while playing with camera angles, you can tighten the images a little bit and incorporate several parts in the same render. So you have the breast, you got the rear, the bum or ass, you got heels, and you got the face. And you're cropping off the head a little bit in half, and just below here in kind of mid thigh, just above the knees, right? And still capturing the hair. Very cool render. You can save this as a render as well. Cool. Alright. And because you are free to pose the camera anywhere, one thing is, when you have the floor, you can accidentally bump into the floor, and that prohibits in the rendering. So if that happens, what you want to do is go to the environment, draw ground off, that will remove the floor, but still in this case draw the background. Or you can just remove the background as well. Just do not draw it at all. It's just going to be plain white. Let's use it on here. I think there's a subtle shading effect going on there. So by turning off the floor, you can then go wild with camera angles you otherwise would not, right? So it doesn't limit you. This is the cool thing about it. It doesn't limit you in the amount of camera angles you can do, because you can pick her up, from underneath, and this is quite frankly impossible to do with when the floor is on, right? These angles are impossible to make. So this is how fun you can have with details and camera angles, placing stuff, and anywhere you place it, it's gonna look just amazing. So that's my promise to you with the special light set that I'm giving to you completely for free, included this tutorial. Okay, so let's do one final pose, shall we? Select Kathy, do one final pose on her. Let's do clothing. We got poses, right? Classical dance. Let's see if this is something we can use. Maybe, maybe not. So now let me see how it looks. Legs are messed up. But this is also a very cool camera angle. Very cool. Beautiful camera angle. So let's choose another pose. Let's see if we can do something more nasty looking. before. So let's see if I can do daily poses, digital touch. Ah, these are kind of cool, right? So we lost our model. Now she's on the floor. So even though you're on the floor, you can render with the background on and the floor on or without. And frankly, it's hardly noticeable. So we can now just pose her legs, right? So we're gonna do clothing, DH30, arms, poses, feet. Perfect. And like I said, we can go the extra mile a little bit here and just bend her forward for that extra female look. For some reason it doesn't let me select the other. There we go. So I'm displaying hidden properties. I'll just turn them off. So this is now playing with lying down pose. And again, it looks incredible. It looks incredible, and you cannot tell. I mean, I don't spend any time at all with setting this up or lighting. It just works. Any kind of pose that's professionally done will work with this light set. It's made to work with any scene, any pose. For, I don't mean indoor scenes. I mean these types of scenes, right? It's made as a photo shoot, look-alike. Okay, so let's pick one more. Kathy, let's do. These are outfits. So let's do poses. Digital touch, temptation. So we got this one here. See how it looks. I usually turn off limits. So this is temptation. What you also can do is you know, if we fix the feet. Clothing, DX30, poses, feet. What you also can do is when you're playing with certain camera angle and maybe it doesn't catch her face in the proper way. Let's turn on the floor here, ground, and use manual, right, and use Jordan on, okay. So what we can do in this render is actually the hair is a little bit awkward as far as as far as gravity goes, right? We can say this as number 5. So what we can do is go to the Kathy head, and first of all we can play with the head. Alright, and the head has also 2 necks, one upper and lower, and you can bend it forward until the gravity of the hair works. That's one way of dealing with the gravity of the hair. We can twist it and do side side, so you kind of see more of the face, right? That's one way to play with the gravity. Another way is to actually go and select the Geneva hair and then go into the settings of that hair. So hair, and you got Geneva, styles and poses, right? And here you got different, you know, setups, like this one, a bit crazy, right? But that one can actually work if you are, you know, gonna have the hair falling straight down, or you can have a little bit of wind going on. With wind, what's good about it is that because the hair is in motion, it doesn't matter if it partially not following gravity, because it is in motion, and while in motion it deviates from gravity, right? And because it has its motion on its own, it has sideways motion, so it survives being like this, right? Because it's in motion. And so this particular prop has a lot of different versions of that hair that you can play with. So that is important when playing with you know, the scenes, that you have hair that looks cool. Alright, and so guys, that is pretty much it. This is what I want to cover. This is how fun you can have it with your own model and your own photo shoot, and instantly great looking renders any way you place with the camera. Now the heel here is a little bit under the weather, right? Let's unpoke it. And sometimes it goes faster to use hidden line. However, you might not see the floor, and in that case it's good to have wireframe and, for instance, left. So that would actually show you the ground here, right? You can then bend it and fine tune it so the heel is not going underneath. Also enter a manual value until it just touches the ground. Perfect. So now we have gone from that issue. So as promised, 100% fun, 100% speed, always good looking lighting, and gazillion camera angles. Just play with it, have fun. I don't want to spend, you know, too much time, and I haven't, talking about camera angles, because in the end, when you have a model like this and you can go 3D, there's a lot of camera options, and in the end it's after what you find appealing, right? I mean, the same pose can look good or bad depending on what angle we're using it from, right? For instance, it looks super cute from this angle here. Super cute. So I'm gonna save this as a promo, right? So guys, if you want further, you know, training on camera, there is a specific training on the DAS store called Camera Master, 3D Camera Master. So go and grab it if you need additional help with camera framing. Other than that, have a blast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.